Secured Out Podcast is proudly sponsored by Titan SARMS. Head to the episode description and check out Titan SARMS today.
I mean, I think it's like obviously I was the one who kind of got this ball rolling when it came to like the social media side and the like the podcasting side. So it was kind of on me to like find the best one, and Riverside was just super easy to go off the rip. Like
Yeah.
you didn't need to go through any like training. So I just went in here and I was like, this seems like press this button and it worked. I was like, ah, cool. You just copy the link. Oh, done. Sweet.
Yeah. All it asks you to do is go to utilize Google Chrome. I will tell you, I slept on one. I was getting paid to produce other shows and I was using Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was using Craig, the chat bot. So Craig,
Discord's actually super like user friendly in general though.
Yeah.
Like Discord's got their shit. It was made by gamers. So like,
yeah. Shout out to you, Craig, you beautiful little bot.
yeah.
It even had audio where you could say, "Hey, Craig, start recording," and he started recording. He did that. I mean, we did that for like almost 2 years before I was like, "Okay, I'm tired of dealing with Craig's bullshit." Because every once in a while, something would happen. But yeah, it's that's one that I always tell people like, "Hey, if you really don't have any money and you want to start right now, and you're already familiar with the interface, start with Discord. Super cheap, and then you can have like." We had it really professionally built out. Shout out to you, Greg. You built it out, but we had a waiting room lobby and just had people could jump in and just wait and hang out, and then drop them into the show, start recording, and then they could kick around, stand by, or hang out for the next session. So it really worked out. It's really, I would recommend that one before a few of these different podcasting, because as you know, man, like everybody's busy, everybody has things to do, but if you want to have a deep, insightful conversation within an hour, go remote. There's no reason why not. So easy.
Yeah, I'm not Sean Ryan. I'm not flying people out to come hang out with us. I'm poor, dude.
Bro. Dude, we ain't got that Sean Ryan money, dog.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have some impact, put some positive shit out in the world in about 45 minutes to an hour. That's it. Like maybe someday, in a few months, I'll be back down in Florida, get that in studio session back up and running. But until then, it is only remote. And I think I've been doing good. I've been able to grow this thing, doing it remote. I've been doing it for a minute now. I think audio, people are always going to say, they're like, oh, no, you need video. I would say if you're just starting out, master your audio or go dive into the video editing software. But you got to master one. Figure out which one you really love the most. I fell in love with the audio side. So like my YouTube didn't start fucking doing shit. I didn't do shit with YouTube for a while. Just because I was so stuck on like refining and learning the editing process on audio. But man, like, for guys like us in the trenches, in the deep, you gotta figure out where you're good at and stick to that, man.
Well, let's be honest, man. Who has the time to sit down and watch an hour video? Like I got an hour podcast. I'll listen to it when I'm working out or something. But I'm not gonna like sit there and watch the video. I don't have that time. I'm not one of those people that lays in bed and watches YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just not my thing.
There's only one that I like, and I find myself no longer like working out to like thrash metal or hip hop.
Yeah.
Like I'll put on, and here's my guilty thing. I like Papa Meat's channel. I like the crazy stories. I like his mannerisms. I'll listen to that and laugh. I look like the crazy asshole just laughing his ass off while I'm working out. It's entertaining, man. That or fucking the old reliable Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Honestly, Joe. So God, I can't remember what podcast it was, but it was a podcast talking about his podcast, which I think we're getting in the twilight zone here with podcasts because now that's where everything comes from, right? But they were talking about Joe Rogan's podcast. So like, yeah, I think Joe Rogan's just like a guy that doesn't really have any of his own opinions. He just wants to learn from other people. So he'll like bring someone on and be like, oh, the NASA mission was faked. And then Joe was like, sounds good. And then someone else will come on and be like, the NASA mission totally wasn't faked. And then Joe will be like, but this guy said the NASA mission was faked. So you have to prove to me it's not. So then they'll have a debate over it, and they'll bring both of them on later and they'll debate about it. I was like, he just creates his own drama. And I think like that's why he's so successful. He doesn't care who the person is. He's like, oh, dude, you worked at Area 51? Fuck it. Come on the show.
Yeah. Dude,
the guy's been homeless for 40 years. Fuck it. Come on the show, man.
Let's do it. Yeah. And it's funny, like one of the top podcasts, and I think it's within the top 25, is one of Joe Rogan's like clip shows where a guy breaks down the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
So if you
Podcasts
don't
about a
have time
podcast.
to listen
Yeah.
to the full episode,
Yeah, it's
just
Cliff
listen to
Notes
Jim.
podcasts. Yeah.
That's how you know we'll make it. If somebody's doing a breakdown of one of our episodes. You know? There's that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'll just make one of my guys do it. I'll just have a guy.
Berg, welcome Security on Podcast. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I love running into new nonprofits, individuals that are in the fight to help individuals such as veterans, first responders, and our service members, man. It's a demographic that needs support and needs help. So today, I want to explore everything about Bunker Bros. Tell me everything, man. And let's start off with you. Give me a little background to who this individual is.
So I am one of 3 founders of the Bunker Bros, and, further back, I joined the Michigan Army National Guard in college. I went to Central Michigan University. I joined the Guard. College wasn't really for me, as many people in our line of work kind of realize. I deployed to Iraq in my 3rd year, my junior year. I got deployed out of college. Never went back, so I did a deployment, during the 3rd invasion ish of Iraq, the whole Mosul thing when
Yeah.
ISIS steamrolled the country in like a week and a half. And so I came back to the States and I picked up a job working for Counter Drug, the Michigan Counter Drug Program, which is a Title 32 non federal full time orders.
Hmm.
Each state has this program, best kept secret in the military, like full time Army benefits. You don't have to go to, Fort Benning every day or, Fort Stewart, drive into work and go through the gates. Like you work through like you're attached to a Homeland Security office or a state police office, and you just kind of you're a liaison. You do work for them.
That's badass.
Yeah, so I did that for a while. I got into contracting. I kind of went to Arizona and I did some contract work for the Drug Enforcement Investigation in Sonora and the Sasabe corridor in Mexico, and it was more of an intel side. I did interviews
Hmm.
kind of like this with
Yeah.
cartel and stuff like that. Is information gathering for the most part, intelligence work. After that, I was kind of sick of that. Went through divorce, did
Hmm.
Afghanistan. Once again, contracting. So I worked for Constellus in Afghanistan during the fall, up into the fall. I got out right before that Abbey Gate thing went down. And then I came back to the state of Michigan, got back into counter drug, did a couple more. I did another deployment with the Michigan Army National Guard as an infantryman. Um, and been a platoon sergeant with the guard ever since, doing counter drug on the side. And that's where this kind of started. Our last deployment to Syria in 2022, 2023, we were getting hit all the time by the not Iran proxy forces.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting 107s and 220s and cluster bombs and all that fun stuff because you know they want to feel big and tough in the desert or whatever. So we spent a lot of time in bunkers, and we would joke, bullshit, as everyone does in a bunker in a deployment that you have nothing else to do. That dark humor that everyone has.
Yes.
And one of the guys, Matt and Eli, the other 2 that work with me, this guy goes, "Hey guys, we spend a lot of time here. We're kind of like bunker bros," and everyone kind of laughed. Eli's like, "You know what? I like that. Let's make something out of it." So we started kind of come up with, like how to give back to the community. What are we going to do? So we're like, oh, well, we can sell unit merch. We can do T-shirts. We can do stuff like
Hmm.
that, and give parts of the proceeds to nonprofits of our choice. And we kind of took it a step further. Last year, we were like, okay, well, we need a bigger goal. Like we need our goal to be something that's going to impact more people than maybe just these unit T-shirts do. So Eli has some experience with an app they built. I'm terrible because I can't remember the name of it,
Hey,
but it
that's
was
all
like,
right. This episode's brought to you by TBI. TBI. Fuck, I don't
Ye-
remember.
yeah. But it's like breach point, a barrel point, or something like that. But so it's kind of like what we're building, but it wasn't refined as well, and it was built by a lot more civilian aspect, and it wasn't really like veteran driven and veteran focused. So it had some flaws, and they chose a developer who kind of took some shortcuts and didn't really know what they were doing. So it kind of fell through at Shot Show back in the early 2020s or 2019 ish. So they kind of just fell by the wayside funding stopped. They got it launched, but the developer was just terrible, so it just
Yeah.
sank immediately. So we're doing everything. We learned the lessons from that, and now it's completely driven by vets and active duty. For vets and active duty, it was exclusive to vets and active duty. So the app is being developed right now by like one dude, and this dude is just yeah, he's our rain man, dude. Like he is in there typing away in California, just ripping through it. Danny, your god, we all know, but so we finally got him some help. We got some volunteers, which is the issue for us. Is like we're just a poor nonprofit veteran company that this is taking more time than our actual jobs now. So funding is our issue, and we hope to launch at SHOT Show of 2026. So getting close, but obviously we just started our Kickstarter. We have donations on our website, and obviously the podcast kind of came about as a way to reach everybody in this digital
Yeah.
age that I didn't know anything about podcasts till I started this, and now I do one every week. So here we are.
Yeah. Dude, it's a great tool for marketing, and I always tell clients and anybody looking to start up, like, when you don't have money for advertising and marketing, you need to be shit hot on social media. And it
But yeah,
fucking irks me when I see nonprofits that don't understand the space and don't see the power behind it and shit on it. I'm like, dude, you don't do the conventional thing, which is you're going out, raising awareness, doing events, doing tournaments, doing whatever you can to raise awareness and raise funds. But you're sitting here turning your nose up to marketing through social media, to amplifying yourself on social media. Like, don't shit on, and it's always the older people. Like, don't shit on something that could provide you with resources, with friggin' generate income
well
and
now
connections.
now you're not going to make it, man. Like
Yeah,
if you're not on social media these days, you're not going. Toys R Us didn't have a website. Didn't think they
yeah,
needed it. They had Amazon. They had
yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon dick them down.
Yeah, but Toys R Us thought, hey, we don't need it. It's, everyone
Yeah,
everyone thinks payphones are going to be around forever. Everyone
yep.
thinks, the typewriter was the next best thing. But Toys R Us, like I was reading about this again today because it always breaks my heart because I was a Toys R Us kid growing up. I got all my Legos at Toys R Us, you know what I'm saying? And the giraffe kind of freaked me out, but hey, Legos. And the guy in the van that used to drop off my Legos every Sunday morning, he would, we'd talk about current events and we'd talk about Amazon. And I was like, man, it's kind of weird that everyone has a website, this website thing now. Everyone's on Google and Ask Jeeves, right? When Ask Jeeves was Google. Um, and then, Toys R Us is like, nah, we have Amazon. Yeah, well, Amazon didn't want you.
Yeah. Well, they were exploiting
Amazon,
you for data. They were
yeah,
exploiting you for data, and
yeah.
they
Everyone
realized
found out
that,
about toys.
yeah, they were gonna use you, and it was like, yeah, well, of course we're in breach of contract, but
Yeah,
we'll pay you
but we also
nickels.
have billions of dollars,
Yeah,
and we will fight you into the ground.
yeah.
If anyone doesn't know that story who's listening, you need to check it out. It's wild, especially if
Oh,
you're a Toys R Us kid, dude.
yeah, man. It's a great experiment to understand that, like, everybody that offers you a hand isn't necessarily looking out for your best interest.
Oh, yeah.
And that's an important lesson in the nonprofit world.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
understand, and there's nothing worse than a nonprofit that is too arrogant to realize that they need help, that they need assistance. And I deal with that. I deal with that. I see it, and I'm like, dude, like, you have a you have 1,080 followers. You post static images every other week. No clear figuring understanding of a content calendar, no understanding of developing a campaign, speaking to an audience, and trying to grow support. Like, you're not going to get anywhere. And when you just turn your nose up at somebody that wants to provide you with insight, you're like, okay, like, you're going to fall apart. You have a great mission, you serve a great group of people, but no one's going to rally around you when your messaging is unclear at best. Um, and that's something that a lot of people still struggle with. Like, nobody wants to collaborate with bad quality posts. Like, you send me a static image and you want me to collaborate with you. No, absolutely fucking not. It's dog shit. It's fucking MySpace quality at best. Like, that's where you
Hey,
have to put
MySpace
money.
was legit. Yeah, MySpace. I know you were a MySpace kid. Get out of here.
It's a
you could put music on your profile.
it was cool while it lasted. But yeah, man, it's something that we all have to navigate. We're in this space, and like where you guys are at, like, dude, it's you're still in the fight. You're still growing. Like, but there's three of you. Like, how have you guys been able to like adapt and overcome leading? You know, you have real jobs, real demands. How have you guys been able to grow and advance a nonprofit while still trying to lead normal lives?
Well, you kinda said it, like, we are not that nonprofit that doesn't look for help, dude, like, we started this, we were looking for everything in the dark
Hell
corners of the
yeah,
universe. We were, like, flashlights out, searching high and low for people to help us out. Because, like I said, I had never done a podcast before. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know how to stream to every social media platform at once. I didn't know what people liked. Like, I've spent, 3 of the last 6 years overseas with no phone. So, like, I was like, "Oh, man, I'm young, right?" But, like, I actually don't know what's going on, like, when it comes
yeah,
to, like, social media and shit, like, I have no idea. And, so we they're gonna hate me because I always say this, but I'm the youngest of my founding brothers, so, like, by, like, a lot. So, getting them on board with things is it would be impossible if they didn't have that open mindset.
yeah,
And fortunately, they're like, we are older and we don't understand social media as probably as well as we should for what we're trying to do, build a social media platform. But we are open to everything. Like we are
good,
open
good.
to figure out we didn't know reels. We didn't know that reels were the way of the future. And now we do reels all the time. So like, yeah, no, like you said, um it is naive to think that you can do this by yourself and not figure out how it went right and wrong for the people before you. Because, you know, yeah, David Goggins can run fast, but if he can't show people, like no one's gonna give a shit. You know what I mean? But um luckily my founding partners are into the future,
Mm.
even though they live in the past, but they're into the future. They're all for it. Sorry, Eli and Matt. But
Just had to throw
I'm
that dig out there.
yeah.
They're old as shit.
Dude, I invaded Iraq, he invaded Iraq, completely different Iraqs. 20 years apart Iraqs.
Very different environment.
Not even the same
Yeah.
insurgency, man.
Yeah, no, not at all, man, dude. So tell us about your mission, man. What do you guys set out to do? Like this is a very big undertaking, trying to connect one of
Yeah.
the most problematic, most troublesome group of individuals.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of the point, right? I mean, we've all been there. The idea is a place where you and I can have a conversation like this, or anybody that we have on our podcast can have a conversation like this in a community that everyone understands. Um, it's not gonna be the awkward joke at Thanksgiving dinner after you come home from a deployment that your family did not laugh at, and now you just feel weird for the next 10 days. It's not that you use a word that no one understands and then you have to explain it and they still don't understand what it means, so they just kinda, like, nod at you, and you're like, "Oh." Um, but, I mean, I've had those experiences, you've had those experiences, the founders have had those experiences, and we want to help veterans in a place where they're comfortable seeking it. And I think part of the problem in our world is everyone makes them, and this isn't, I don't want this to sound like a pity party, but like everyone makes it seem like it's a veteran's fault for having issues because he made the decisions that got him to where he is. That's not entirely wrong. Like, yeah, he joined up and he took this undertaking of his life into his own hands, right? And no one forced me to join the army. No one forced you. Now I just want a place where those people can feel comfortable being who they are with the problems that they've started to have, and I want them to be able to overcome it in a place that they feel free to express themselves in whatever manner that is. Now, this isn't gonna be a place where, like, we're sending, like, all dick pics and nudes all over the fucking place, but, we gotta have some type of box, right? Some left and right limits on this. But, we wanna be able to put the best of Instagram and Facebook and create it just for veterans. So you're going to have ID mean to get into the app itself to sign up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've already done that part. It's done. It works.
This episode is brought to you by Titan SARMS. Head on over to titansarms.com and buy a stack today. Use my code CDenny10 to get your first stack. I recommend the Lean Stack 2. Start living your best life. Titan SARMS. No junk, no bullshit, just results.
We'll see how that works if we get 400,000 people. Who knows? Um, and then kind of fix the issue with the resources that we kind of have. So if I were to ask you about a place to look for veterans resources, you could probably name me 50 sites, right? You could probably. So we want to take that a step. We want to take that a step further, and we don't want to just post links. We don't want to just post articles. We don't want to just have Mill Connect and then just have a
Yeah.
link for Mill Connect. We want an in-depth explanation of what you can do in Mill Connect if you need to find it. If we can't get you there in the app, we want a detailed explanation of how to get you there, and we'll have someone explain it to you. And I think part of the issue is like, especially for new vets, they don't know these resources are out there. So we want to be able to be like, oh, hey, here's a list of topics. What is your issue? Like, what are you trying to fix? Like, oh, I can't sleep. I'm having trouble sleeping. And it's going to give you a list of places you can get sleep studies done in your area. Places that take TRICARE, places that are like the VA, places that people are going to understand what you're going through. Right. And then it's going to take it a step further and say, hey, these are the list of places that can help you. What specifically are you looking for? Are you looking for a cure to insomnia? Insomnia? Are you looking to get out of the military? Are you looking to separate and get a VA benefit, track going? Like, what is your goal? And then it's going to give you these roads and paths to get to that end goal. It's not just going to leave you there with a link.
Yeah.
And I wish the VA and Mill Connect were more like that, because it's like benefits. You click on benefits, it's like 40 links for benefits, and I'm like, this doesn't help me at all. Now I just
Yeah.
have 40 links, right?
Man, that's a lot
So
of data, man. That's a lot of coding. That's a
yeah,
lot.
so we're doing it right now, Danny. You know,
Fuck.
and
The
then
thing,
so the
yeah,
the
go ahead.
kind of final part of that. So social media resources, and then we have like our community that we kind of infer as the red flare aspect. So if I live in Detroit and you live in Detroit or the surrounding area, if I'm in a crisis and I'm having an anxiety attack and it's my first time in an anxiety attack and I don't know what's going on, I can hit my little red flare. It's going to tell me who's up next to me, and it's going to send out a distress message that people can reach out and be like, hey man, what's going on? I'm in your area. You want to meet up? Do you need something? So it's not going to be like, hey, random 911 operator, what's going on? It's going to be like, hey man, I'm a vet. I went through this. Do you want to meet up? Do you want to talk about it? I've been there. Um, so we're kind of working through how to verify these, especially that last part
Yeah.
right now, because we can't just like trust random people to go hang out with other random people. At least I wouldn't. But like,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna have some type of like training that we're gonna put on when you get the app. Be like, hey, how to become a provider, basically. But yeah, so those are just kind of the three avenues of approach that we
You gotta be
have right
careful.
now.
You can't remember words mean something. You can't throw out provider. You gotta use peer-to-peer support facilitator.
Peer to peer support. Exactly.
Where is your legal department? They need to talk to you right now. Now, this is
That's a guy. That's also a guy in California.
Hey, it's Rob here.
Yeah. Rob doesn't
Now,
speak English. It makes this very easy.
rolled up my eyes. We'll be with him momentarily. No, dude, there's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. Especially the connection piece. And I think we learn from each other when we're like able to talk about these things. I know you guys are still in development. One thing I'd like to point out or throw out you guys is SAMHSA. They do free, and VA has links on where to do this. I can send to you after this, where you can get the free certifications for peer-to-peer support. Because dude, we're in a shortage of we're still in the national crisis for providers. Licensed mental health care workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, you name it. Like, there's a shortage. Any specialty that we need more of them. But peer-to-peer support facilitators, with just a few certifications that more often than not are free online, you can become a sensor. You can become a crucial link in somebody's, you know, path to care. So I always advocate for it. I host them on the website. I encourage more people to do it. But if you can add that link on the app, that'd be huge because anybody that comes through there, the app pops up like, hey, be a peer to peer support. That's how, like, so one thing that I really love about the fact that our younger veterans are, there's that double-edged sword situation. Like, we want people to connect in real time, but they're so good at Reddit. They're so good at connecting with people on social media. Like, it's one thing, like I said, it's so double-edged sword because I go on Reddit, can see some of the worst fucking behavior. But
Oh
if you go
yeah.
to the veteran subsections, like for retirement, medical processes, you will see some awesome advocacy at work, and it's fast. People will reach out and connect people. I've been in there. I've seen people in their worst moments in life. They're figuring they're getting, QMP'd. They're getting put out of the military, and you will see people just responding with links on where to go, how to use this, here's where you need to go for this and that, and it's fast within hours. Um, and that's the type of environment that I hope we can see you guys create. But our veterans and active duties are also very, very, very negative. We cut each other. We are the first ones to tear each other down. How do you guys go about wargaming that aspect of it so it doesn't just turn into a bro echo chamber that's just
Yeah.
destroying individuals who aren't from the combat MOS or aren't from this tribe? That's the thing that I find like, fuck, like, how do we ensure we keep it positive?
Yeah, so that was my one of my original concerns was, exactly what you just said. Everyone that built this app who is currently working on it is combat arms. So, that I think we have a bias that we haven't really been able to successfully address yet. Like,
Yeah.
so what happens, and I don't think any of our guys would do this, but if, like, if you have, we don't wanna have cliques start to develop
Yeah. Yeah.
within the app itself, right? So we don't want the 11 Bravos to only help the 11 Bravos and 18 series only help the 18 series. All of a sudden, all your support dudes, your 88 mics and your 42 alphas and your 92 Yankees are just out in the wind, right? Those
Yeah.
dudes also have seen some shit, done some shit, been away from their families. So we want to build this community basis where you can create a community for, like I said before,
Mm,
Detroit, right? So, like, if you want to create a community, like, oh, this is my community in Detroit. We meet every Tuesday to talk about stuff. I guess you have to prove you live in Detroit, but I think we're kind of up in the air if you have to tell them what you are.
yeah.
Like, do we want someone to go to that meeting where it's only 11 series and then there's like 142? That's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's a toss up, man. Cause like every community in the world, you have good and you have bad. Well, now we have a lot of bad. Like I will say, like you said, like I've seen some mill influencers just destroy
Yeah.
people for no fucking reason. And I've
Yeah.
run into it more and more the more we reach out and the more contact we have with people of like a higher status in the social media world. And I've seen some really shitty influencers.
Dude,
Oh my god,
yes.
yeah. Some of the
Dude,
big
bro.
ones,
Um, but it's the mill influencer space.
toxic.
It's toxic.
It's super toxic.
It can be very, one thing I noticed, it's nobody wants to reach through once they make it to a certain level and help anybody else up. Um, which sucks because you would think like, hey, my mission's good, my mission's bad, or my mission's good, I'm not doing anything bad. Somebody will reach through and help. And what I've seen is um, there's a lot of hesitancy once you made it to reach out. I'll tell you the name of this individual once we're done, because again, another well connected one. But I reached out to bring him onto the show, and he responded back with this really like snarky, like talking about himself in the third person. It was just really weird. And I was like, dude, you're the positivity, the mental, you're one of us. You're in the
Oh my
trenches.
god.
Came off. like, complete asshole, super, super fucking, and I saved the email because every email, if it's a no, I'll save it, especially if it's a polite no. I always tell the story, like, I started this thing, and when I first started taking it serious, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna reach out to Ice-T because he was a veteran, and I wanna hear his story." I found his connecting email, and I sent him an email, and, he's like, "Yeah, no, that's gonna be a no from me, dog," and I was like, "Hey, I got
Oh,
a
I
no
like
from
that.
Ice-T.
That's gonna be
Hell
no from
yeah."
me, dog. I love that.
Like, I was like, "Hell yeah, I got a no from Ice-T," like, but you're right, man, like, there's very few that are out there that made it, shout out to Vincent Vargas, that dude, class act, amazing individual,
We're in
been
contact with him, yeah. He's nice.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a good dude.
he's a solid dude, anything I've ever needed, I mean, and he doesn't I don't I'm fucking nobody. That dude's come to the show several times, he's brought me over to the shows that he's making, and every time you reach out, the dude's willing to talk, and, just a class act, dude. So, I don't lose hope, but it's like, man, like, it's more incentive to always keep grinding harder so that when you do penetrate and get to that point where you are significantly impacting and your voice is listened to, like, hey, keep your shit humble, reach back down and help other people because there's good people trying to come up. There's great people with great ideas, great positive influence in their small little echo chamber. And we need to uplift that. Like the problems that we're seeing within the veteran active duty space aren't going away. We now have enough data that we're not what we used to think the problem was were these combat hardened individuals were taking their lives. These guys that saw a lot of combat were killing themselves and we're losing them at a rapid rate. And the reality is, more often than not, we're losing individuals that didn't see that combat. By and large, we're losing guys and gals that are isolated, that are alone, that are young, that we can still reach, that they're online. They can have access to your app. Maybe we can turn the tide on that battle, but like we have to be able to reach and help each other out and elevate these voices that are out there trying to fight for good, man. Like this is a like I know it's not wasted on you, but this is an incredible undertaking, especially for 3 dudes who have full-time jobs, family.
3 guys in an underground bunker. Just 3 naked dudes in a bunker, man.
It's oddly enough the name of my favorite movie. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, so we talk about the isolation thing a lot, and I think a lot of people kinda miss that part of our conversation. Because yeah, no, you're 100% right. It kinda gets, like, glazed over. Like, everyone's like, "Oh,
It
well, yeah,
does.
that dude never saw, combat, he never had a friend die, never saw him get medevac, never spent time, like, overseas getting shit on." I think the most sad I've ever been has been before my deployments. Like, when I don't feel that sense of community, when my friends aren't around, when, you PCS and you
Yeah.
lose, like, all your friends from the last 3 to 5 years are gone, and you have to start over again, and you're moving again, like,
Yeah.
I think I think the worst I've ever felt has been pre-deployment. I don't think I don't think I've ever felt that bad after deployment. I mean, sometimes, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
you have your bad days, but
No,
yeah.
dude. When you're with the boys, you can go through hell, literally go through anything. Like, it's when you
Yeah,
come back and you don't have anybody, and
yeah,
that's the
and
thing that people aren't keen in on.
the deployments, like, if I feel shitty after deployment, I'll reach out to a guy who was there.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone and I'll text him or I'll call him and be like, "Hey, man, you remember this one thing?" He'll be like, "Yeah, dude, that shit sucks." I'll be like, "Yeah, you're right. Shit does suck." But when you're by yourself, man, and you're just kinda sad for you don't know why, it's hard to reach out because it's hard to explain that to somebody. You know, me and the guys, like, the bunker bros, like, we understand that. So, like, if I'm having a rough time, I'll reach out to Matt. Matt will reach out to me. Even if I can't put it into words, I'll be like, "Hey, man, something's wrong. I don't know what it is," But that's why we started this, right? Like, we want in a community that is for all veterans, not just the onesies, twosies who are, uh, door kicking, head banging, pipe hitters.
Yeah.
Like, we want everybody,
Everybody.
and that's the whole point of the community in the app, man. Like, we're not gonna be able to do it if we can't get everybody on board.
Yeah. It's true, dude. It's important to understand that everybody's service matters. Um, all jokes aside, all memes aside, at some point you have to look at that kid that raised his hand and was excited about the job he chose to do. Be able to respect that and honor that.
Or got
Um,
tricked into doing.
yeah, or got tricked into doing it and was good enough and had enough to, a great enough spirit to say, whatever, I'm gonna roll with the punches and do it. Like, yeah, I'm tired of hearing the same stories, and that's why I always say kill the myth. When people interact with me and I hear the stories, well, it wasn't as hard as what you did, or it wasn't as cool as what you did. I'm like, dude, don't. It
Makes
doesn't
me
fucking matter.
yeah, it makes me feel bad, man. Like, I'm like, oh, you know the Beyond the Barrel podcast?
Beyond the barrel. No,
It's
I do
it's a
not.
it's a it's a law enforcement podcast, but obviously tons of parallels. They
Yeah,
had me
yeah.
on their show probably I think it just came out November 1st. Yeah, it just came out November 1st, but we recorded like 2 months ago. And he great dude. We ran into each other in his name's Kenny. Ran into each other in Indiana, like at a bar. I was down there for a bachelor party and my brother was on his stomach on the bar doing shots. And this guy was recording and I walked up to him and I was like, "Can I get that video?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, dude." He texted it from his Instagram and it was this Beyond the Barrel thing. And I was like, I have a podcast too, dude. Like we should have each other on. And so we did, and we had a great time. And yeah, he's been a cop for like 15 years. He did like interdictions. He was a street cop. So he's kind of like in this weird spot now where he's like teaching interdiction, and which is like finding drugs in cars, basically is his big thing. But he's like, yeah, man, like I just want to say thank you for your service and like everything you do. And he's like, I couldn't imagine what you do. I was like, bro, I work with the police every day. I could never be a cop. Like you guys see the worst of humankind on our own soil. I do it thousands of miles away, and I come home pretending it didn't happen, or like, it's still thousands of miles away. You do that shit down the street from your house, man. Like, don't thank me. Like, thank you. You do you. I'll do me. Like, but
Dude, 120 fucking percent, dude.
you
Every
can't
day
you
is a
can't just
fucking
keep
deployment. Every
you
day.
can't. Yeah, you exactly, dude. I was like, how many bodies you seen? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, in real life, how many dead bodies have you seen? He's like, oh, too many to count. I was like, I've seen maybe 7 or 10. Like maybe. He's like, "Oh, wow." I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's not what you think it is. It's not like this isn't Iwo Jima, dude. Like
Yeah.
this is not World War II right now, man. Like the insurgency is different. And
Yes,
my
dude.
war, my war was, for 9 months at a time, thousands of miles away. Your family is here. That is nuts to me, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet a really cool dude, uh, New Jersey cop, and, the same way. We were supporting a program that takes our, World War II veterans back to Normandy, and, Mike and I were talking and he got vulnerable and shared a story with me, and it was heartbreaking, like, very, very painful story of something he had to deal with, traumatizing, like, and I'm like, "Mike, you don't get it, man, like, you are so quick to give honor and reverence to every veteran, but you don't even realize that what you see on a daily basis at work is by and large probably a lot worse than vast majority of combat troops, uh, for the entire GWAT, bro. Like, what you just
Yeah.
described to me as, like, not even the worst day, just one of the worst days, like, bro, like, you deserve care, you deserve love and support too. Like, it's our
And
first
that's the
responders don't
problem
get it.
is like they don't. Like people do not look at cops. And I'm not saying people look at the military any better now. Like it's better than it was in like Vietnam,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it is not how it was between 2001 and 2012. You know what I'm saying? People shit on cops like all the time. I feel
dude, yeah,
so bad, man. And yeah, the shit they go through every day, like I said at home, it's fucked.
yeah. Is there any thoughts that maybe, you know, in the perfect world, you guys launch your app,
Dude, he
it
asked the
does
same
well?
question. He asked the same question, dude, and I was like, I hadn't thought about it till then. And then he's like, "But I can't get in." I was like, fuck, you're right. So, I maybe if it you know what, if it works out, I'll find a way because I think that would be fantastic. So any cops listening, I got you. But right now, Kenny Williams under Red Ninja on Instagram or Beyond the Barrel podcast has an all cops page on Instagram that you can join. He has like 50,000 people, 50,000 cops in there. Got to be a cop to join. So it's called
This episode is also brought to you by Precision Wellness Group. Getting your hormones optimized shouldn't be a difficult task, and Dr. Taylor Bosley has changed the game. Head on over to precisionwellnessgroup.com, enroll, and become a patient today.
Trap Fine. It's called Trap Fine. I had to look. It's right there. It's called Trap Fine. So if you're a cop and you want to go talk to other cops, they talk about traps. They talk about finding drugs. You join him. Don't talk to Red Ninja over on Instagram. But the uh, the non-infantry conversation, going back a little bit,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
having this conversation. I teach ROTC at the University of Michigan every
No
Thursday.
shit.
Yeah, so they asked for NCO volunteers because they realize that the officer corps isn't what it should be.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. So they have NCO volunteers, and there's like a little screening process. Like you're not a piece of shit and you know what you're talking about. Um, but
Just
they
check,
wouldn't.
says check the box. Are you a piece of
Yeah,
shit?
man.
Do you know
But
what you're
we
talking
would.
about?
I mean, we said no to some people.
But you have to. You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
Hey, man,
Um,
if you can't explain all the battle drills to me and you're about to go teach this class about battle drill, like, sorry, man, you can't do it. You can't fucking like if you don't know the basic soldiering skills and you're about to go teach it to a bunch of cadets, you can't do
yeah.
that.
I
But I was
just
having
had
it.
Michael Meegan from Ranger U, bro. Insane individual. If you haven't seen his content, he's the same thing. He's working with cadets out of Texas AMU, but he's the first one that I was able to find that was willing to put that aspect because we need people like you guys. That's how you build the next generation of great officers. It's not officers mentoring officers.
The
It's
problem is
NCOs.
but our level is so far below what we need to start a program. Being
Yeah,
100% honest, it's not going to get any better because the Pentagon and above does not give a shit.
yeah,
They don't care that the program is not working. They're like, "Well, we're fielding officers," but they don't really understand that the quality is shit. But they're like, "We're fielding officers." We had this conversation last Thursday. One of the kid we were going over 9 lines. They were doing React Contact and a Claymore class, and they were doing like a round robin. So I was teaching the 9 line, and these kids came off the literally kids, 18 to 22. Yeah. And they come off the React Contact class and they have all like paint all over the paintball. So they like paint all over them and shit. And they're all like bitchy because you're like first probably time getting shot by a paintball. They're all pissy about it. And they come up and we start going through the 9 line. And like I realized they have like some of them had notebooks out. Some we handed out a 9 line card, like we'd have it's laminated and shit, so they can have that. And one of them goes, "Hey Sergeant, I just don't understand why I have to know this. I'm going to be a quartermaster." And I was like, because you're a soldier. Like, this is the basic soldiering task. I was like, not to mention that you're going to get tested for this in your little summer camp that you have to go through when you're a junior. But someday it may happen, it may never happen. You may be driving from point A to point B on the not even close to the flat, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of an ambush. It happens. It just does, man.
yeah.
Like who's that girl that got the Silver Star in Iraq? She was motor T. She got ambushed, saved like a bunch of people, ended up killing like 14 fucking Sarah something.
Hang on a second.
I know, dude, it was killing me because I thought of her and I was like, I can't tell that story without knowing her name, but I don't remember her name. But
I
I
have to
mentioned
look it up
her.
now.
I know. But they were like, oh, is that a real story? I was like, yeah, it happens all the fucking time, man. Like, not all the time, but it happens enough to you not to have an excuse to not know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They were gonna
Monica Brown, Silver Star.
yes. Yep. They were talking about upgrading it
She was
to
a
a Medal of
specialist at
Honor.
the time.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
never happened.
Yep. And that's a great point, man. That's a great point. Like, if you look
You never
at,
know.
yeah, you never know when you're gonna have to do and you perform basic soldiering tasks, dude. That mentality needs to be beaten brutally instilled in these young minds, because that's what gets people killed later on down the road.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just
because
I'm
they
just a
don't
supply
remember
guy.
it,
Yeah.
and it's, yeah, well, 1, they don't care. Yeah, you're right, they don't care, but 2, I mean, a lot of it is perishable, like, to an extent, after 4 or 5 years of never doing it, obviously, you're gonna not remember, but, dude, that oh my god, immediately got worked up. I was I was I was like, "God, if you weren't a cadet, I would smoke the shit out of you, dude."
Come here.
You can't
Come
say that shit. Yeah, you cannot. It's a water source. Come here. I was the other so I'm in E6 and this other kid's in E5 teaching this group and he's like looking at me. He knew it was coming. As soon as the question came up, he like one of those. And I looked at him, I was like, dude, every time someone's gotta ask this question every time. Like,
Stupidity,
hey man,
man.
you're gonna be a PL one day, okay? And the way things are going, how many Russian generals have died? Okay. You think those Russian generals studied the Ranger Handbook? Probably not. That's why they're dead. Jesus.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. It's but it's important to have these jobs, these professions, like working with these kids, like even the ones that challenge you. Like, you're gonna remember this time, and it's gonna be something you look back on. I guarantee it, for the positive memories. Because, dude, like, I never valued it. I never wanted to be the guy that left to go to SWIC or left to go do a teaching assignment. But then when you get out and you realize, like, the best years of your life, the best times, when you were directly leading and instilling, like, lessons into young soldiers' minds, like being an actual leader, like mentoring. That's the shit you're gonna remember. Like,
Oh, there's a payoff. Yeah, don't get me
yeah,
wrong. Yeah. So, like one of the guys came back. I was doing this last year, so it was my second year, and he came back after his. They grade them after their junior year, and he placed like fourth in the nation, including West Point. So like, he came up to us a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey guys, I really appreciate you teaching me because people out there did not know, like they didn't know what they were
wow,
talking about. Unfortunately, the summer camp that they go to where they get graded is by a bunch of cadre who also don't know. So this the cadre is just like you have like random officers
so
who
frustrating.
I know, and they're teaching these cadets wrong. I had cadets come back from that camp and be like, "This is how you clear an EPW," and it was not. It was not how you did it. I was like, "That's how you die."
You hug them.
No, dude, dude. Bodies on the ground, they walk up and they're like, just like pick them up, and I was like, "What about clearing them?" They're like, "No, they said this is how you do it." I was like, "Who's they? I'll give me their name. I'll go find them. I have the world system on my laptop, dude. I will fucking find them." I have this conversation every time. I'm like, "Hey, man, if anyone tells you other than this and it doesn't make sense to you, tell them they're wrong and they can call me about it because I will." Like, you can't teach these guys wrong. You just can't because now they're going to teach people wrong.
Yeah,
Now you have
and they
3
don't care.
generations of just fucked up cadets, dude. No, they don't
Fuck,
care.
some fucking peel out there. It's like, all right, we're gonna rehearse clearing EPW. I've
Yeah,
got this.
yeah,
First thing
you
you gotta do
stick
is you gotta hug them. Well,
yeah, you
kiss them.
stick your head under the body, head first.
You
Search
lift
for
them up.
grenades.
You give them a good tight squeeze, and you give them a double European kiss. Wow, wow.
Oh, dude, it's killing me sometimes though. I know it's gotta be done, but also it's literally a volunteer. Like I don't get paid. I'm salary. I'm a soldier. Like I don't get paid
Yeah,
more. So I'm driving 45 minutes to go teach these people, and then they get taught wrong by active duty army.
yeah.
It's just so frustrating, man. And I just want
Fucking.
my PLs to stop sucking. Dude, the professor of military science, he runs the program, right?
Yeah.
He's a major. He's like, "So why do you do this?" I was like, "'Cause." He's like, "You don't get paid?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You don't get per diem?" I was like, "He's like, then why?" I was like, I'm tired of shitty PLs and captains, man. I was like, it's awful. I was like, if I have to go through this much training to be in charge of a squad or a platoon, you should have to be doing way more than you're doing to be you're in charge of a school right now. Do you feel like you are?
Yep. Yeah, dude. Yeah. But maybe someday they'll make it through, they'll learn, and then when they need help, they'll be able to turn to your app and get the
Yeah.
resources they need.
Or they'll be
That's
in
the end
charge of
game.
me. They'll be in charge of me and they'll counsel me.
The app fucking sucks, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be in my counseling.
What do you guys have a name proposed for, or are you just gonna go with Bunker Bros app?
It's the Bunker app. So
Bunker
like,
app.
yeah. So it's the Bunker app and our podcast is from the bunker. So it's
It's,
super creative.
it's repetition. It's what the people
It
crave.
is. You're not gonna forget.
You're not even if you have TBI.
Yeah, everyone's been there, man. Everyone's been in the bunker. Almost pretty much everybody in the last 20 years, at least.
Yeah, at least once. At least, or maybe had some late night bunker experience.
Dude,
That was
even yeah. Yeah. Even in Kuwait, they're getting bombed now. So even those
yeah,
dudes are like, "Oh, yeah,
yeah. Congrats! Now you earned your. At least somebody is earning their CIBs or
damn."
fucking their caps. Hey, that one hit near us. Yeah, sweet. I got a cab. Fuck yeah.
CIB, yeah. Oprah Winfrey, CIBs for everyone.
You did it. Fucking. Oh man. Hey, you know what? You earned it. You earned it. Whatever. So fucking throw it in the shadow box, man. It don't fucking
We had
matter.
that conversation too. A lot of people were super pissy about the drones thing. I was like, dude,
Oh, dude,
drones.
bro.
If you get
Fuck
smoked by a drone,
that.
you get a CIB, you get a Purple Heart. Sure, man. You get make a new award. Make a drone combat badge, dude. I don't give a shit. Give him
Dude.
whatever he wants, man. They got drones lighting people on fire and shit, dude.
Dude, I saw a drone strike that I don't get squeamish. I don't get squeamish. But this dude is on a quad and gets hit by this drone and gets instantly turned into fucking hamburger meat. Just half his body. I'm just like, we don't
It's
need
enough
this. We
enough
don't
internet
we
for
don't
today.
we don't we, why is this available to our kids? Like why? And the thing that here's my theory on it. Like this all came about because we put it on Call of Duty. Like I remember
It's
drone strike.
Activision's fault.
It 100% is 100%. Like I remember playing campaigns and all my deployments and just like fuck yeah, I got my drone swarms. That was a thing you got
Yeah.
through Call of Duty. All this
Predator
shit.
missile inbound.
Yeah, fucking. How many times did our fucking dudes with javelins like just fucking be like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, it's like Call of Duty, fuck yeah, like now it's a real thing. We did this. We created
No,
this
we did it.
hellscape.
Yeah, we did
We
it.
100%. Like the stories and the pictures, I'm just like, fuck, this is coming to a battlefield near us. Like this is the
It's
fields
already
of
here, man.
yeah,
It's
like
already here. Like the guys when I was in Syria, we were getting hit by FPVs. We were getting hit by it's not. I guess it's not an FPV. FPV is like you fly the whole
yeah,
thing the whole time.
yeah.
The ones that we first got hit by was like you put the coordinates
Oh, but the coordinates.
as waypoints, and it would like fly to the waypoints. So they
Mhm.
weren't as accurate because they didn't know altitude. So they would be
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, there's buildings there, so maybe it's 10 meters tall, and then the aircraft would like crash too early. So like it
yeah,
wasn't as accurate. It was pretty good, but
yeah,
yeah, no, it's already happening. It's already happening to U.S. troops, right? Like
yeah.
so.
Yeah, I got a drone guy coming on the show Thursday. That's
Which
gonna be
one?
fun. Yancey.
Tanner Yackley.
Yeah, that's the one.
Dude,
Yeah,
I love him. He's a good dude.
yeah. It's
We had him on our show a couple weeks ago. Great guy. Wealth of knowledge.
yeah,
I love what he's doing.
yeah. People always tend to think that just because you're not directly there, it's not going to impact you. And I'm fortunate enough. I got friends who've got family members that pilots are flying these things. They're letting shit off the rails, and they're intimately watching. we spent so much time watching Kill Cam. Now imagine if you're watching that nonstop, day in, day out, over and over and over
and you're
again.
doing it.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
gotta
the
impact
joystick.
human beings. Yeah.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
a great episode with Tanner. I won't talk about it too much because you gotta ask him
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own questions. But no, great dude, wealth of knowledge. He's got the Remote Warrior LLC, and
yeah,
I personally had not thought about it until I saw his page, and I was like, man, this dude was playing Call of Duty for fucking 20 years
yeah.
with a Reaper. Like that is nuts to me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, clocking out, clocking in a fucking out of a trailer in the United States and driving home, and, like, it's gonna affect you, and you're
yeah,
taking that shit, like yeah, it's a crazy world, man. We need more ingenuity and more guys like yourself, you and your team trying to develop these apps, but it's such a big fucking have you guys war gamed it to figure out, like, what if we've gotta scale it down? What if we just need to, like, bare bones, how will we launch and then, like, strategize
yeah.
for a point version 2.0?
Yeah, so we have a, like, basically a task list for what it needs to be done for it to release at all,
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
So we kind of prioritize the community part of it. Red Flare can be like a later release since we're not really 100% sure how we're gonna do that safely yet. Um,
Good,
so
good. I'm fucking so glad you said that.
yeah.
Um, there's
Yeah, no, we're not just gonna send your address to, like, a fucking hit squad to come
well,
talk,
there's
like
so many there's I'll tell you offline. That is just such a complex problem, such a complex situation. But I'm so glad you guys are treating it like the complex situation and problems that it is, because there are people out there that aren't. They're yeah. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you more offline. But it really is. It's such. It demands a thorough. Like I'm gonna freaking part of a freaking small community think tank for AI for mental health, and that was my first glance at a true like friggin' committee of people that really know what the fuck they're talking about, with people with like impressive backgrounds. And even like that's the thing where I'm like, okay, if these people are throttling and going methodically through the problem sets, then fucking Boner Mc fucking Thunderfuck over there and his crew of retards should probably not be telling the world that they're going to launch an app that can immediately connect 1,000 veterans world, or like to everybody and every fucking provider that they can get them connected to. Like that's a very, very intricate problem set, and you can't be promising this to people. I think it's criminal. There's some people out there doing this shit. And just
yeah.
like,
No, the safety and security is our number 1
yeah,
concern, number 1 and 2 concern. So, obviously, ID was the first step, right? So,
yeah,
ID stops most of that right
yep,
off the rip. Like, so if you don't belong in the community, you are automatically not in the community. The second thing is encryption. So we're toying with our own end-to-end encryption that cannot leave the site. So we don't
mm,
want you to be able to take things off our app to take anywhere. To
okay,
us, that just does not seem like a good idea.
yeah,
Like, if you have veterans talking about their problems, we don't want that leaving. We don't want that to be able to be shared on fucking Facebook. Like, all of a sudden you
yeah,
got a beef with Craig from down the road and
yeah.
you want to like pull that shit out of the app. No. So
What
it's got to
about
be safe.
screenshots?
We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
One thing is we can do the old Snapchat fixes where it automatically tells you, or two, we can block it. So you can block screenshots if you're a developer. If it senses that a screenshot is being initiated by the phone, it will automatically block the screen. So we can do that, but it's kind of we're still toying with it, which is why like we're not going to release that right away. So our main thing is the community, the option to connect with veterans and resources, and if you guys want to meet at a Denny's in your hometown, you can do that, but we're not going to blast your fucking info for other
Yeah, yeah.
people, right? So yeah, we obviously take our friends and everyone's security extremely seriously. But no, that was our main concern. And Danny is our voice in the heavens. You'll hear me say it 1,000 times. That guy, he's a Project Rubicon cat, and he's
Shit.
yeah, he's extremely gifted when it comes to developing apps and security. And sometimes he talks in a way that I don't understand, but I trust him. So
He speaks Mandarin Chinese, and he's
yeah,
stationed in Beijing. Oh shit! You've been honeydicked.
but no, he voiced these concerns before he would let us start. Um, and yeah, so we're workshopping as we go, and if it's not ready and it's not safe, it won't be released. But
Yeah, man. Good on you for having that. And you're targeting for SHOT Show of 2026?
correct, yeah. So we are running out of time.
Shit. So why specifically SHOT Show?
We think, other than another veteran release that got canceled this year, and also the next one's in Tokyo, so it's like vet VetCon. I think it's called VetCon. But yeah, last year it was in like California, and this year they're not doing it, and next year it's in Tokyo. And I was like, I don't think we'd swing Tokyo. So, but other than that, I think this is kind of like the biggest networking of vets that we could possibly find. And if we
Have you
don't
heard of
want
the
to,
MIC,
I don't know what's it stand for.
Military Influence Conference, but not influencer like social media
Yeah,
influencer.
I've
It's
heard
like
of it.
entrepreneur and business leading, which could be really beneficial for more than one way exposure, but potential backers and supporters. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't go to, I missed these past 2 years just because production and work, but, next year I'm putting it on my to do. But there's also, MCon, with, that one's, I think that was in Vegas this year, and it might be in Vegas again. Um,
I think you're right. I think that one
yeah,
is in Vegas this year.
yeah. That was a good one. Real good place. A lot of good people on both of those, but just throwing it out there. Just freaking out. It oftentimes, man, so much gets kind of like left on the back burner with friggin' SHOT Show if it isn't like a new and cool guy friggin' weapon system. And there's
Yeah.
so much shit coming out this year. That's the only thing.
So yeah, we want the reach of SHOT Show because SHOT Show has the highest visibility, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but we have to get the funding there first anyway. So I
Yeah.
mean, if we don't, Danny can't work for free forever. so if we don't start paying Danny, we're gonna run into probably an issue of losing Danny to
Yeah.
someone better. Um, so we're kind of in this stalemate where we have exactly what we need laid out, but we need the funding to do it.
Yeah.
So getting more developers is number one, beta testers is number two. Beta testers is free. We just get a bunch of, veterans on social media to download our app for, a week and beta test. But um, developers is something different. We have one volunteer developer and we just got another one, but we need the money to have those host sites, as I understand it, be able to do what we want it to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shit, man. Once we wrap this up, let's stay in touch and let's brainstorm how we can support each other because I think that there's some fundraising opportunities that we can do. There's a lot that we can rally around, and this is something that's needed, man. We can't assume that every veteran's ready to get on a provider's couch and be ready to open up,
Yeah,
but
I'm not.
yeah, and it's difficult. I advocate for everything. It's the only reason why I'm here is because I found vulnerability. I was willing to go to a mental health treatment center. I was willing to talk to licensed mental health professional, and I was willing to do all the therapies and modalities that finally got presented in my way. But there was a period in time where I wasn't. I wasn't willing to try mindfulness. I wasn't willing to do meditation. I wasn't willing to tell the truth to a provider, and I lied, schemed, dug in my heels, and led me down a dark road. I am here today because a lot of providers poured their love and care and gave me the resources I needed. But ultimately, the one thing that changed is I made a choice. So, for those that aren't ready, I think this app is perfect because at least it connects you with everybody else. And one thing I've always shared with people is when I was at my worst, the one thing that kept me going were memes and my LGOP. my little group of paratroopers, my friends that I could connect with. And if we can just do that through an app, like Bunker Bros app, um, maybe we can keep more of our brothers and sisters around for a little bit longer and then inspire them to take their own walk towards a better mental health journey and get connected to a provider. I think that's what we need. Instead of wishing, hoping, and praying, we got to start rallying around this. And unfortunately, it means that you're going to have to dig deep into your own pockets or your mom's pocket and donate. So we got to figure out how we can help you guys and get this going, man. It's been a pleasure getting connect with you, man. I hope that we can continue collaborating in the future because I really want to see you guys succeed on this. If people want to connect with you, where can they go?
So obviously, the best place is our website, bunker-bros.com. We monitor everything, and we're not like those dick social media influencers that aren't going to message you back. If you just want to talk to us, I'm here to talk.
Yeah.
And so are the guys. So hit us up on our Instagram, shoot us the email. All our email and information's on our website. The Real Bunker Bros for Instagram and Bunker Bros for Facebook, bunker-bros.com for the website. And then we just did our Kickstarter. So if I don't know if anyone knows how Kickstarter works, I didn't until last week. So if you want $20,000, you have to raise $20,000 or you get $0. So we have like $2,500 out of like our $20,000 goal. So go to our Kickstarter. Links in our everything.
So do me a favor, pause right now, go to the episode description. You know the fucking spiel. The episode's over anyway. I'm just going to do my wrap up. Hit the links there, support Bunker Bros, and help them carry out their mission and complete this fucking app, which we need. We need more veteran ingenuity. I can't say it enough, man. We got to support our veterans out there that are willing to get in the fight and do something. A lot of us aren't. Maybe we can't. Maybe we're stuck taking care of our family and focusing on our one mission, which is providing for our loved ones and trying to make another day. But for the individuals in the fight, the ones that are getting involved, rolling up their sleeves and figuring out how to fucking save our guys and gals, we need to support them. So if you can donate anything at all, it'll help. It's a long way to 20, so just share it. Get on social media, share it on Instagram. Go here, click the links. I don't care how you do it. Just be willing to support this campaign. Again, thank you for being here, brother. Once again, where can they go to see you?
Bunker-bros.com or at the Real Bunker Bros. Oh shit, I totally forgot. We have one more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing that we're doing right now. So we have a collab going right now with Cross Rifle Gospel, who is a ranger and some other special operations guys who are kind of like all over the place. But right now we have a collab. If you or your friends have any individual that you believe goes above and beyond to help the veteran community or teach the younger generations on how to be better troops, better soldiers, better Marines, whatever, have them DM us, shoot us an email with a write-up of this person, and we'll send them a coin for free. We made 25 coins. Yep, it's a real cool coin. I don't have any around me, but it's a real cool coin. It's collab. There's only 25 of them made. We sent out about 5 or 6 right now. Shoot it to us. We'll send them out to them with a write-up and a little certificate. Just something that we want. Build the community, recognize some people who are going above and beyond, help the veterans.
Hell yeah. There you go. I'll get the link from him and we'll put it in the friggin' episode description. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. It's super late. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to process this later. And future Denny will thank me for doing a great job. See you guys later. Take care.
Thanks, Denny.
Secured Out Podcast is proudly sponsored by Titan SARMS. Head to the episode description and check out Titan SARMS today.